estimate we make now will probably underestimate the potential by far. Before passing the floor to the Honorable Representative of Uzbekistan, I would like to take this opportunity to ask the audience to congratulate the member states and ITFC on the official launching of TCCA+.
Thank you very much. Dear heads of delegation, dear participants, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and anticipation that I welcome you today at the launch of Trade Connect Central Asia Plus TCCA program, a landmark initiative set a redefined economic landscape to our region. As we gather here to inaugurate this momentous occasion, I am filled with a sense of pride in progress of our nations, thanks to the assistance of the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation. TCCA Plus represents not only a significant milestone in our journey towards economic prosperity, but also embodies the spirit of cooperation and collaboration in our region. Let us take a moment to reflect on a substantial economic potential of Central Asia region with a combined GDP of $600 billion and population exceeded 80 million. The region boasts a big burgeoning of market, ripe with opportunities for trade and foreign investments. Through enhanced connectivity and streamlined logistics, TCCA Plus aims to address this gap by facilitating smoother trade flows and unlocking in the full potential in our countries. By leveraging cutting-edge technologies such as blockchain and artificial intelligence, we anticipate a significant reduction on trade costs, which currently stand at an average 10 and 15% of the value of goods traded within region. Moreover, some of the key expected outcomes include, firstly, improvement in the quality and consistency of production that will make products more competitive and attractive in regional market. Secondly, improved trade facilitation to lower the time and the cost of the border crossing for regional trade. Thirdly, the increase in regional business interaction, which will expose business to new opportunities that exist in regional market. Last not least, enhance regional competitiveness through trade policy reform and trade support institutional efficiency. Your unwavering support and commitment have been instrumental in bringing us to this historical moment, and I have no doubt that together we will chart a course towards a brighter and more prosperous future for all. In conclusion, as we stand on the gaps of a new era of economic cooperation and integration, Let us seize this opportunity to reaffirming our collective resolve to build more inclusive, resilient, and interconnected Central Asia. Let us harness the power of trade to drive sustainable development, foster greater prosperity, and unlock the boundless potential of our region. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Abdullah Kazimov. May I pass the floor, please, to Engineer Hani Salim Sonbol, the Chief Executive Officer of the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation, for your opening remarks and statement.
Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here today at this very precious moment, an occasion in this beautiful city of Tashkent. Joining us to launch a very important program is the Trade Connect Central Asia Plus. It is an honor to stand before you, the backdrop of the third Tashkent International Investment Forum. Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey toward fostering economic growth, prosperity, and advancing trade and investment across Central Asia and beyond. The Trade Connect Central Asia Plus program, or we call it TCCA Plus, represents a visionary initiative aimed at unlocking the potentials of the trade cooperation and investment among the organizations of the Islamic Cooperation member countries in this region. International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation, ITFC, operations in the region cover 6 countries, or 6 member countries, with a population of at least 80 million. ITFC has provided more than $2 billion for the trade financing needs of these countries in the sectors such as food security, energy, and SMEs. At ITFC, we firmly believe that trade lies at the heart of sustainable development. It is an engine for driving economic growth, creating jobs, and lifting millions out of poverty. However, realizing the transformative potential of trade requires more than just the exchange of goods and services. It demands innovation, collaboration, and also commitment to overcoming the challenges that hinder trade expansion and investment. Ladies and gentlemen, intra-regional trade among Central Asian countries accounted for 7% of the total trade in the region, a percentage that is relatively low and could be enhanced if compared with other regions to reflect the potential of intra-trade and investment. Economic analysis shows that there is a potential for increased export, estimated at billions of US dollars to the world, including over $500 million of intra-trade. With opportunities, interest confirmed in the field research, accordingly, these sectors, agro-processing, petrochemicals, articles of plastic and metals, light industry, and machinery. Considering the potentials of international trade and investment in Central Asia region, and to achieve its vision as a leading provider of trade solutions for OIC member countries, ITFC, in close consultations and collaboration with 6 targeted countries, has completed and validated the design of the TCC Plus Asia as its flagship program in the region. ITFC is leading actually a number of flagship programs. One of the famous ones is the Arab-Africa Trade Bridge Program, and we have many others. And today we are launching this very, very important really a program for the region. The TCC Plus program, which was designed in particular with governments, international organizations, and the private sector, aimed to achieve inclusive economic growth, regional economic cooperation, and promote trade among the OIC member countries in Central Asia Plus region with the rest of the world. There are 4 defined outcomes of this program. Number 1, improvement in the quality and consistency of production that will make products more competitive and attractive in the region markets. 2, improve trade facilitations to lower time and cost borders crossing for regional trade. 3, increase in regional business interactions and investment, which will expose businesses to opportunities that exist in the region, markets, and intra-OIC trade and investment. Example, the GCC, Asia, and Africa. Number 4, enhance regional competitiveness through trade policy reforms and trade support institutions, TSIs, efficiency. Ladies and gentlemen, the TCC-A Plus is a pivotal initiative aimed at bolstering trade connectivity and fostering investment cooperation among member nations of the OIC. At its core, this program harnesses the distinctive strengths and resources of participating countries to cultivate stronger economic bonds, stimulate intra-OIC trade, and facilitate border market access across key sectors. With this goal, to the esteemed governments of Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, this program urged full endorsement and active participation in the program structure. This entails assuming roles such as advisory board members, executive committee representatives, and nominating an active focal point to ensure coordination and effective implementation. Because this is very important, to have an active, really focal point. We have really experienced this in previous, initiatives and flagships. If you don't have an active, really focal point, then sometimes work will not be implemented as fast as possible. Moreover, this program is open to all relevant stakeholders and development partners to join hand in hand in unlocking the vast economic potential inherent in the regional cooperation. By aligning efforts toward trade facilitation, investment promotion, and collaborative initiatives, the program aims to catalyze sustainable economic growth throughout the region. ITFC has a long-standing experience for managing regional trade development flagship program as the Aid for Trade for the Arab States, or what is called FTS, and the Arab-Africa Trade Bridge, AATB program, very successful programs, and the member countries have benefited a lot from this program. Those programs combined have successfully mobilized around 30 million for technical assistance, capacity building, and millions in project finance all over the member countries. The program have led financing opportunity in the range of $2 billion since establishment. Moreover, ITFC-led flagship programs were managed according to the best practices in terms of governance and representation of donors and stakeholders in the decision-making process of these programs. The program would be no exception to this world-class program or first-class program. Management approach. The program would enjoy a well-structured governance body that includes advisory services, advisory board, executive committee, national focal points network, and program management unit, PMU. All donors and stakeholders will be represented at various levels of governance structure, and the program would be subject also to a continuous monitoring and evaluation mechanisms. Through the streamlined through the streamlined trade facilitation mechanism, market access enhancement initiatives, investment promotions, and targeted capacity building programs, TCCA Plus will empower businesses in Central Asia's countries. And also will tap into new markets and expand their operations and capitalize on the region's rich economic potentials. The recent approval of 2 important projects under the same program, we even started before actually the launching. We said we will start and we leave the formalities later so that people can benefit actually from this umbrella. Underscore this commitment. The first program is the establishment of the Trade Promotion Organizations Network, TPO, signifies a concentrated efforts to streamline trade promotions activities and enhance cooperations among member states. Secondly, the initiative to boost exports through foreign direct investment, FDI, conducted in partnership with the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP, a strategic approach to leveraging foreign investments for export expansion. This project seeks to empower businesses in OIC member countries to capitalize on the FDI inflows, thereby diversifying the exports of these countries and opening new markets. Furthermore, the program recognizes the critical role of trade finance in supporting and sustaining trade growth. As such, it places a strong emphasis on expanding access to affordable trade finance solutions, particularly for the SMEs and also the new entrepreneurs, by mobilizing financial resources, promoting innovation in trade finance instruments, and strengthening institutional capacities. As such, the program aims to address financing gap and empower businesses to seize untapped market opportunities with confidence. And just for a number, as of today, since the establishment of ITFC, we have approved over 75 billion US dollars for trade finance. As we embark on this journey together, let us embrace the spirit of collaborations, innovations, and inclusivity that defines TCCA+. Let's work together hand in hand to build a future where trade service as a force for good, driving sustainable development and shared prosperity across Central Asia and the wider Islamic world. Before I conclude, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed government of Uzbekistan for graciously hosting this event, and congratulate them on the successful organization of this very important forum, which is the Tashkent International Investment Forum. Your hospitality and dedication to advancing economic cooperation are remarkable, and we look forward to continue collaborating with all our member countries in the region and all our partners. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And now I have the honor and pleasure of transferring this roundtable to a Q&A session. We will try to make it as interactive as possible, and I will ask each one of the honorable participants a question. Could I please start with His Excellency Serdar Jorayev, Minister of Finance and Economy of Turkmenistan. My question is, do you believe that Turkmenistan's access to the Caspian Sea provides it with a special role in promoting TCCA plus trade, including to Turkey and beyond? And have the countries in TCCA plus discussed mechanisms to promote sustainable and inclusive economic growth? Thank you.
Спасибо большое, уважаемый господин.
Many thanks, dear.
Dear.
First of all, I would like to thank the organizers of today's event for the beautiful organization of this event. As you may know, within the last years, the countries of the region are doing a huge measures dedicated for the support of sustainable and inclusive economic development and the development of the innovative approach in the agriculture, industry, transport infrastructure, and the increasing the regional cooperation and integration of the trade and investment relations with the aim of increasing the trade and investment potential of the Central Asian countries is really actual topic for Azerbaijan and other countries as well, since our region is becoming the connecting hub with the countries of the Central Asia and with the North and South. We would like to highlight that the cooperation of the Central Asian countries is the strategic direction of the foreign economic activity of our country as well, and we highly appreciate the relations that we have between our countries on mutual understanding that serves as a foundation for increasing the economic relations. And as a result of the 2023, the trade turnover with those countries increased for 6.4% in cooperation with the 2022, and more than $1.6 billion is the amount of the turnover. And still, we have some questions in the trade, the solution of which could lead to increasing the trade relations among the Central Asian countries, as well as the countries with of the Islamic cooperation. In this regard, we think that we need to unite our efforts on the development of the system that would allow to find the complex solutions for development of the trade infrastructure and establishment of the export channels. We also have the actual topic of harmonization of the legislation in the trade sphere, the e-commerce, the amount of which is being increased year by year, as well as on the customs procedures, certification, and provision of the permitting documents with the aim of increasing the international trade and cooperation. So we also need to use the existing transit corridors and the logistic infrastructure of our countries.
В этом направлении
In that direction, in Turkmenistan, we have a lot of investments done, especially into transport infrastructure. And therefore, these opportunities, I believe, should be used by full extent. And also, we need to note, it is very important that there was a very good work on improvement of the investment climate and business environment, which allowed us to expand investment connections and cooperate with other countries and international financial organizations. I would like to know that Turkmenistan is open for mutual beneficial cooperation with investors and others as well to improve investment climate in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Excellency. I would like to now pass the floor to Mrs. Nazira Norbayeva, Deputy Foreign Minister of the Republic of Kazakhstan. And I would like to kindly ask you to share with us your view on the region and how Kazakhstan stands. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excellencies, esteemed delegates, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me express my deep gratitude to the brotherly Uzbek side for organizing the investment forum in the sunny capital of Uzbekistan, the city of Tashkent. Well, relying on the common history, culture, and traditions that we all share in the Central Asian region, we definitely are making very strong strides towards definitely improving and strengthening cooperation in all directions. Undoubtedly, the main core of our interaction is the trade and economic Corporation. Last year, the trade turnover between the countries of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan reached over $4 billion. On the instructions of the heads of our states, measures are being taken to increase the volume of mutual trade to up to 10 billion US dollars. All reserves and mutual desire of the governments of the two countries are available and put forward for this purpose. Significant progress has been achieved in the sphere of industrial cooperation, which is the driver of our partnership. Currently, industrial collaboration envisages 60 projects totaling $2.6 billion, including 55 projects in Kazakhstan and 5 projects in Uzbekistan. 11 joint projects have been successfully implemented for the amount of $44 million, and 3 joint projects worth $180 million are under implementation right now. At present, 46 new projects are being jointly developed, totaling approximately $2.3 billion. These positive figures testify to the effectiveness of the joint work. The most important step towards further strengthening industrial cooperation and creation of joint products for export to the markets of third countries is the early implementation of the projects of the International Center for Industrial Cooperation, Central Asia. It will become not only an example of effective industrial cooperation, but also a key platform of the actively developing Central Asian Economic Corridor, North-South. So, in continuation of President Mirziyoyev's speech today regarding investment attractiveness of the entire region, let me say a few words about Kazakhstan. Attracting investment is a key factor in the growth of Kazakhstan's economy. For this purpose, we continue to create favorable conditions for investors, including improving investment support tools. Today, our country provides exemption from customs duties, various tax benefits, as well as in-kind grants. There's a visa-free regime for investors from 82 countries. Investment agreements are concluded with large investors, ensuring the stability of legislation for 25 years for the implementation of projects in priority sectors. There are 14 special economic zones and 35 industrial zones in Kazakhstan. Unprecedented conditions for doing business are provided in the International Financial Center, Astana. For example, the IFCA has jurisdiction on the basis of common law, with the possibility of resolving investment disputes on the basis of International Arbitration Center. We intend to continue to work on the formation of a favorable investment climate. Dear participants, dear friends, we have tremendous opportunities to further develop and increase cooperation in many priority sectors. The full potential of our cooperation in many sectors of the economy has yet to be unlocked. Therefore, I believe TCCA Plus initiative will increase our joint work on various sectors such as energy, industry, transportation, agriculture, water use, ecology. I would like to emphasize the great transit and logistics potential of Kazakhstan, which guarantees access to the markets of China, EU, Europe, Central Asia, and the Middle East. The concept of development of transport and logistic potential of Kazakhstan provides for the creation and development of 5 cross-border hubs, which will become centers of attraction for investors and will increase the growth of non-resource exports by 30% with neighboring countries. We're interested in developing transit and transport potential in the region, modernizing transport corridors, and opening new routes. This is evidenced by the signing of the memorandum on the creation and development of the international transport corridor Belarus, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan. This route is expected to run along the Central Asian corridor connecting the EU and Russian Federation countries with Central Asian countries. Taking into account the launch of the Darbaza-Maktaral railway construction project, the infrastructure of the Kazakhstan part will allow to ensure transportation of transit cargoes along this corridor. In this context, it is worth noting the existing potential of the Darbaza-Maktaral project. The implementation of this project will increase the throughput capacity between the countries by another 10 million tons. It will also relieve the Saragash border crossing point, which has exhausted its capacity. At the first stage, it is planned to build from station Darbaza to Maktaral station with access to Sirdarya station. At the same time, the project will also allow to reach Zhizak station through the Irzarskaya checkpoint. It is also worth noting the project of establishing a joint venture between the railway administrations of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, which will contribute to strengthening cooperation between our countries. The project will contribute to building up trade, increase the volume of goods transportation, as well as create favorable conditions for increasing freight traffic in the southern direction. Thus, we're interested in exploring new horizons for broader inter-regional cooperation. I would like to congratulate everyone with the TCCA Plus initiative and wish us all that the project will successfully achieve its goals and contribute to the prosperity of our nations in the region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. It is now my honor to ask a question to Soleshoda Ashurboy, the First Deputy Minister, Ministry of Economic Development and Trade of the Republic of Tajikistan. The TCCA program has already started the implementation of 2 regional projects to promote regional trade and investment capacities. We've heard from the CEO of ITFC already about the TPO network and also boosting exports through FDI with FSCAP. What else do you think the TCCA Plus program could do to promote regional economic cooperation?
Thank you, Chair. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, allow me to extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed colleagues from Uzbekistan for their exceptional effort in creating such a conducive environment for today's gathering. Your commitment to fostering a collaborative atmosphere is pivotal to the success of this forum. I would like also to express my profound appreciation to the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation for their unwavering support and dedication to advancing economic integration and prosperity across our region. It is my privilege to address you today for the Trade Connect Central Asia Plus program under the auspices of the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation and our esteemed regional partner. The TCCA Plus program stands as an evidence to our collective commitment to enhancing economic integration and prosperity across Central Asia and Azerbaijan. I'd like to note that this region of great importance for the Republic of Tajikistan to intensify trade and investment. According to the statistic, more than 20% of Tajikistan foreign trade to Norway falls on these countries. Our focus is clear: to boost investment and trade, fostering a more interconnected and economically resilient Central Asia. To achieve this, the TCCA Plus program has already initiated impactful projects such as the establishment of the Trade Promotion Organization Network, and enhancing export capabilities through foreign direct investment in partnership with ESCAPE. These projects serve as fundamental component of our broader strategy to stimulate the regional economy. Yet there is substantial scope for further action. One of the key areas the TCCA can make a significant impact is through facilitating greater investment in the region core industries. By creating investment-friendly environment and providing clear, actionable information to potential investors, we can attract more foreign direct investment and encourage intra-regional investment as well. In line with this, enhancing the infrastructure that support trade is paramount. Investment in transportation network, digital trade infrastructure, especially through enhancing the digital foreign direct investment to accelerate digital service export from Tajikistan, supporting digital small medium enterprises access to foreign direct investment as a means of scale and logistics are critical to reducing the cost and improving the efficiency of cross-border trade. The most effective mechanism for enhancing trade in this aspect is the creation of interconnected logistic hubs in 6 countries in the region that are equipped with accredited quality laboratories. This infrastructural enhancement will not only facilitate smoother trade flows, but also make our region more attractive to investors. Furthermore, simplifying regulatory process and harmonizing standards across countries can reduce barriers to trade. By aligning our regulatory framework, we can create a more predictable and transparent trading environment that is conducive to both local business and foreign investors. The TCCA Plus program also recognizes the importance of sector-specific strategies. For instance, targeting sectors such as agribusiness, textiles, and technology for growth can lead to high value-added production. Special economic zones or industrial parks with targeted intensives could be established to support these key sectors, driving both trade and investment. Additionally, fostering entrepreneurship and innovation is essential for sustained economic growth. Supporting startups and small and medium enterprises through easier access to finance, mentorship program, and connecting them with larger markets can help unleash the business potential of our region. In conclusion, the TCCA Plus program is more than just an economic initiative. It is a beacon of regional cooperation and development. By focusing on these strategic areas, we can ensure that Central Asia and Azerbaijan not only participate but lead within the new economic dynamics of our interconnected world. Thank you for attention.
Thank you, Excellency. It is now my privilege to ask a question to Sanchar Bolotov, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Economy and Commerce of the Kyrgyz Republic. We've heard a lot about how the TCCA will promote trade and development in the region. Are there any particular aspects of the TCCA Plus program that you would like to highlight as important for the Kyrgyz Republic in its economic development? Thank you.
Thank you, dear Excellencies, dear ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone and sincerely thank our dear friends from Republic of Uzbekistan for organizing this event and the traditional hospitality provided at the highest level. Today it's a good day for trade cooperation. We have all gathered here to launch the Central Asian Regional Trade Program. For Kyrgyzstan, initiatives and programs that separately cover Central Asia's region are always especially gratifying and close to our hearts due to our cultural, historical, and geographic proximity, and most importantly because of our brotherly relationship. In this regard, let me especially sincerely thank the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation and Islamic Development Bank Group for this initiative and special attention to our region. About your question, let me start for the sharing the opportunities that Central Asia region can offer, and we can then make a logical connection to what is important for us to get from the program. I would like to emphasize that our neighboring countries are the closest trading partners and strategic partners for Kyrgyzstan. Our trade and economic relations play a key role in the development of our economy. During the period from 2019 to 2023, the trade turnover for the Kyrgyz Republic with the Central Asia countries increased significantly in 2 times. Let me, in confirmation of what has been said, recall that was mentioned by His Excellency Mr. President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, the example of Great Silk Road, which cannot be mentioned when we talk about the role of our region. It was the first major trade line, and which was connected all the regions and from east to west and from south to the north. Today, Kyrgyzstan is following the path of sustainable and inclusive growth and is also building strong ties for mutual trade and economic cooperation with the fraternal countries of the Central Asia region and partners from member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The TCCA Plus program reflects the priority direction in the economic policy of Kyrgyzstan. Firstly, today Kyrgyzstan is aimed at creating and launching new production facilities that will be focused on creating high-quality products for international trade. The sectors of industrial goods, light industrial goods, agricultural and food products are important to us. We see the development of quality infrastructure as an important way to solve this problem, which will allow our country to producers to have access to the markets of our trading partners. These challenges faced to Kyrgyzstan go along with outcome number 1 of the program, improving the quality and consistency of production that will make products more competitive and attractive in regional markets. Second, considering the fact that Kyrgyzstan are landlocked country, all of us need to reduce transport costs and increase the speed of vehicles passing along the transport corridors of the region. Thus, component number 2 of the TCCA Plus program is important, namely is important for all of us to improve the efficiency of border throughput between participating countries, which is possible through the implementation of trade facilities practices. Thirdly, over the past 2-3 years, Kyrgyzstan significantly has been pursuing the active policy to implement bilateral business initiative in neighboring countries, as well as Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. A number of projects in the field of renewable energy sources in the mining industry have been launched with the Republic of Kazakhstan. Projects are also being implemented with Uzbekistan in the field of automotive industry and the production of household appliances. The Kyrgyz-Uzbek Development Fund was created. The Ministry of Economy and Commerce also opened a trade representative office in the Republic of Uzbekistan. The Kyrgyz-Azerbaijan Development Fund was also created and trading house was opened in Baku. Also, we have many other activities with all of the countries, and this shows that Kyrgyzstan is committed to the policy of promoting economic cooperation with countries participating in the TCCA Plus program. Therefore, we can strengthen this work through component number 3 of the TCCA Plus program. Lastly, over the past 3 years, Kyrgyzstan has been pursuing an active policy to open institutions for trade support. Over the past few years, institutions such as the State Development Bank, the Guarantee Fund, the Kyrgyz Export Development Center, the Tourism Development Fund, and other institutions was created. It's important for Kyrgyzstan to integrate trade policy issues and the work of trade support institutions to achieve strategic objectives for sustainable and inclusive economic development of the country. And these tasks are reflected in TCCA Plus program. Thus, as a representative of Minister of Economy of the Kyrgyz Republic, I would like to note that the program corresponds to the reforms being carried in our country and the challenges we are faced by. The TCCA Plus program has enormous promise, offering a multi-phased approach to stimulate inclusive economic growth, promote regional cooperation, and unlock our regional full trade and investment potential. As we embark on this transformative journey, I am confident that through joint effort and strategic collaboration, we will be able to seize the opportunities presented by TCCA Plus program. We are looking forward for fruitful cooperation with all of the countries in the region and with Islamic Development Bank Group. And taking this opportunity, would like to wish all of us success and have a good event. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Now it's my privilege to ask Yusuf Abdullayev, the Executive Director of Azpromo, Azerbaijan. As the region's neighbor on the opposite side of the Caspian Sea, how do you see Azerbaijan's role in promoting regional trade and economic cooperation throughout TCCA+? And do you see potential for promoting cooperation of TCCA+ with other regional organizations? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simon, for your question. Your Excellencies, dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a big pleasure to be here, to be the part of this meeting. Today is a great day within the, and of course would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our brothers and sisters from Uzbekistan for organizing such a big event. Within this event, International Investment Forum, we organized the Azerbaijan-Uzbekistan panel discussion with the participation of our Minister of Economy, Mr. Mikhail Jabarov. Actually, he wanted to join this meeting, but due to very urgent issues, he left the country. Of course, the relationship with the ITFC, we're enjoying this relationship, and Your Excellency, Mr. Sombel, a couple days ago, we met in Riyadh for a great event, and I also would like to take this opportunity to thank you and all your team for hosting the program, for this program, and what you've done for us in Azerbaijan. We, as Azpromo, we serve as a coordinator for this program from the Minister of Economy of Azerbaijan. Last year, the team leader, Mark Heller, at CTA Economic and Expert Analysis, has been appointed by the ITFC to oversee operation in Azerbaijan. During an introductory meeting on June 14th of the last year, CTA Economic and Expert Analysis company engaged with our ministry and Azpromo for conduct this program. Regarding Azerbaijan's role in promoting regional trade and economic cooperation with the TCCA Plus program as a neighboring nation situated across the Caspian Sea, Azerbaijan holds a significant potential. Its strategic location offers a getaway from trade between Central Asia and Europe, providing opportunities for enhanced connectivity and economic integration. We maintain close collaboration with the Islamic Development Bank Group. I also would like to give a brief information that we had the privilege to be invited to 50th anniversary of celebrating ISDB Group a couple of days ago, actually this week in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, and we signed as Azpromo the memorandum with other very important institutions with ICIC, and we do believe that the experience of the Islamic Development Bank and the whole group will provide more and more opportunities for collaboration, the relationship between our countries. And of course, not being the part of Central Asia, but having the very, very good relationship, brotherly relationship with all our Central Asian countries. We're enjoying this relationship, and His Excellency the Deputy Minister has just mentioned the Kyrgyz-Azerbaijan Investment Fund. So we have the same investment fund which we created here in Uzbekistan, and it's very active. We actually yesterday held the first the meeting of supervisory board, and we do believe that these funds will pave new ways for our future cooperation. And also, it's in a pipeline to make the same investment fund with Kazakhstan. Recently, His Excellency, the President of Kazakhstan, visited Azerbaijan in March, and during his visit, so there was idea to create the same Azerbaijan-Kazakhstan investment fund. So, as I've mentioned, the relationship is excellent. The only thing that we have to do, we have to promote the opportunities in our countries for the region, and of course for the entire world. And I think once again would like to say that the ITFC is the wonderful platform to do that. And once again, thank you for inviting us, and thank you for letting us to be the part of this this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And now it is my pleasure to ask Dr. Rupa Chanda, who is Director of Trade, Investment and Innovation Division at ESCAP. The World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia included talks about the quality rather than just quantity of growth, which is also very important. What role do you see foreign direct investment playing in securing that quality of growth? And can FDI that boosts trade also promote cross-border innovation? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Excellencies, distinguished delegates and guests. First of all, let me thank the government of Uzbekistan for hosting this event, and to ITFC for giving us this opportunity. For those of you maybe less familiar with UNESCAP, we are one of the 5 regional commissions of the United Nations based in Bangkok with 53 member states and 9 associate member states. So Central Asia is, of course, of integral importance to ESCAP, and we have a special program for the economies of Central Asia. So I think this ITFC collaboration comes at a very opportune time where we are looking to expand some of our work in this region. So coming to the question in particular, the World Economic Forum discussions in Saudi Arabia rightly emphasized the critical need to focus on quality and not just the quantum of investment or trade. And in this context, I think FDI has a vital role to play in driving high-quality sustainable development. Why? Because quality FDI can be a powerful catalyst for inclusive growth, job creation, technology transfer, and cross-border innovation. When it's channeled into SDG-aligned sectors, for instance, renewable energy, we heard a lot about that in the morning, digital connectivity, healthcare, FDI can accelerate progress on our global goals while creating shared prosperity. But this potential requires a very strategic and targeted approach to attracting and facilitating FDI. Investment has to be purposefully directed towards sectors and projects that generate positive social, environmental, and economic impacts. It's not just about the dollar value of investment inflows, but what these investments enable in terms of ripple effects, the multiplier that they have across economies and communities. And this is the approach that we hope to take within this project under the Trade Connect Central Asia Plus project. I'd like to really congratulate ITFC for having initiated this, because what we're seeing here is an opportunity to really bring together the complementarity between investment and trade. So what is our approach going to be? We'll be working closely with governments and investment promotion agencies in Central Asia to develop tailored action plans that build their capacities for attracting quality trade-boosting FDI. Why is this important? Because increasingly, I think it's recognized that FDI and trade are complementary in nature. The right type of targeted FDI can significantly enhance a country's productive capacities and export competitiveness. This is the strategic linkage we are aiming to leverage through the project. I should also say that given the accession of countries in the region to the WTO, given the growing importance of holistic, comprehensive economic partnership and other agreements where trade and investment commitments are becoming very important. I think leveraging the synergy is becoming very, very timely. Our focus will be on channeling investment into high potential sectors like the digital economy, sustainable agriculture, and light manufacturing, which can drive export growth and diversification in Central Asia. By strengthening regional value chains and South-South trade linkages, FDI can be a powerful enabler of knowledge sharing and cross-border innovation. Also, I want to mention here that we'll be prioritizing FDI that advances gender equality by creating opportunities for women-owned businesses. We've been increasingly looking at this aspect, women-owned, women-led businesses, and how to facilitate the IPAs in different member states to attract such FDI. And we'll equip Central Asian SMEs, especially in the digital space, with the skills to attract international investors and partnerships to fuel their growth. In short, we hope to take a nuanced SDG-aligned approach, and I'm confident that this ITFC SCAP project can demonstrate how to harness FDI as an engine of quality, growth, trade, competitiveness, and dynamic cross-border cooperation. We look forward to sharing the lessons and good practices that emerge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. Mr. Ibrahim Shukri, representative of the Islamic Development Bank, President and head of the Islamic Development Bank Regional Hub in Almaty in Kazakhstan. My question to you. One main aim of TCCA Plus is to also promote trade between regional members and their OIC counterparts. How do you see this happening, and what support will other OIC members be giving the TCCA Plus in future? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and let me start by joining my colleagues to congratulate Uzbekistan for this impressive forum, and also congratulate the 6 countries witnessing today this important flagship and ITFC. Just to give a very quick background, this program actually comes as an extension to the overall ISDB group vision and strategic directions toward regional integration and regional cooperation. This is something that we as a group emphasize big time, and that's why also our programs and projects are all designed in a way to focus on the regional importance, especially in Central Asia, given the landlocked status in the country. That's why when we work about energy projects, we have been very much involved in mega energy projects, include CASA 1000 for connectivity. When we talk about gas, TABI, when we talk about roads and railway, we have been participating, investing big time in regional roads and railways, and right now we are having a program with Turkmenistan on vessels in the Caspian Sea, and similarly in all other aspects. So having all these infrastructures being built, what we need then is a very solid and strong production, quality production, and products that can be traded, and also ways to facilitate the trade and enhance the capacity of all stakeholders included in this process, and additionally working on the policy reform of policies, reform of customs, border, etc. And this is where of course, the ITFC is doing a great job, because ITFC within this program is not only bringing the financing for trade, but also bringing a lot of capacity and a lot of knowledge to be used to enhance the overall capacity of the Central Asia for export and for trade. Of course, as an IDB group having access to 57 countries, we have a lot to present on the table. Of course, one of the issues is that bringing knowledge. We are a knowledge bank, a knowledge group, and having success stories in many other countries, we can bring it to this program. Additionally, we can use this platform of 57 countries to mobilize additional resources, technical, financial, and the more this program becoming visible, and the more its success, and the more with the support of the 6 countries, we can bring additional resources from different countries and knowledge. Of course, this program, similarly, we are doing the same program or similar kind of infrastructure in many countries, and through our financing programs, we are giving a lot of support to trade between our member countries. So whenever we see any countries outside Central Asia who are having any opportunity of trade with Central Asia, we will definitely provide them the knowledge, the capacity, and the financing. And this is where we believe this program will expand and become bigger. Again, we are very much involved, supporting the program, and I would like to convey the message of the President of the bank to all the participants to congratulate all on this important milestone, and we will always be supportive. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And before making some concluding remarks, I would like to pass the floor to Engineer Hani Salem Tsombol and ask you also one question, if I may. Given your experience elsewhere in OIC, what words of encouragement would you give to the countries participating in the TCCA Plus agreement?
Thank you very much for this question. Thank you, everyone, really, for your kind support for this very important program, which has been said, it's also a program which came at the right time. And when I say right time, yes, it's because actually member countries today, you know, have different levels actually also of readiness to be resilient, for example, to all these, I would say, crises. We just came out of COVID-19. So our role actually, as rightly said by dear brother Ibrahim, that we are here to support, to really play that role of really mobilizing not only resources in terms of financial resources, but also mobilizing knowledge and expertise as well. Because, you know, from the previous programs, we've had quite really, you know, an experience. The group now celebrating the IDB 50 years, and this is not only just 50 years serving member countries, but a AAA organization like IDB makes us really very, very proud of being, member of this very important group. From experience, we feel that we recognize also the importance of collaboration. Without collaboration, we will not be able actually to really enhance solidarity and also enhance really this kind of cooperation among member countries. So we need really to also emphasize on the collaborations, and I'm sure that over the years there were a lot of cooperations and between the members in the region, but also in the same time, when you come to the region now, after all these years, you will feel really impressed by what you see. I have really had the privilege really to visit the countries since early 90s. And I cannot describe where we are today. Today, if you go to the countries, you see this really big advancement, and you see that the development. Every time I come, for example, to Uzbekistan, or I go to Almaty, or I go to Dushanbe, or go, every time you go and see that there is a really willingness to do really to advance. And of course, these advancements need really support, need programs, needs to be focused on all what has been said here today, like to really cultivate the efforts of the region. I think we have seen really a number of programs that ITFC has led in the past, and there were experiences. Actually, by the way, the programs will not go from the same scope of this program is to enhance cooperation. Since the establishment of ITFC, we felt that we need not only to provide financing, but also to really make sure that countries are able to absorb such financing and benefit from whatever is given to them. Member countries do sometimes have good knowledge, and this needs to be transferred to other countries, and we can do that through the programs. We call it reverse linkages, and that's the expertise and knowledge that we are referring to by Ibrahim. I think that's quite very important. Increase in the trade and investment in the region needs actually also to learn from the lessons in the past. As also mentioned, that's not only just to enhance, but also to focus on the quality, and quality of really of the products that we do. And we would like to really say that it is really our intention to increase really this the quality of these products or the programs that we are going to really enhance in the region. The TCC, of course, it seems that we have a mission in ITFC, and it really describe and translate our mission by being a catalyst really for the trade development in the member countries. And of course, this region is one of the regions that we have been working since the beginning, to advance trade and investment at the same time. Over the years, as I said, ITFC has been really instrumental in providing almost 2 billion plus to the region, and we've worked very closely with all the members of the Central Asia member countries, and Azerbaijan also, and plus that, and I do think the potentials that also Azerbaijan has can really make this program more and more effective. The relationship, we have seen excellent relationship among the member countries here, and I'm sure that this will enhance and already started the cooperations from what we have heard. Excellent projects, connectivity projects, and cross-borders projects, regional projects that really makes us feel that we are really doing all the best really to support this program. I would like to say that, from our lessons learned, if there is no commitment from member countries to be the owner of such programs, plus number two is actually, as we said, to be involved in the governance structure of this program and have an active really role through their focal point, sometimes one country can benefit more than others. In the Arab-Africa Trade Bridge, for example, we've seen so many member countries in that program, but you can see 1 or 2 or 3 countries that benefit more because their involvement and their ownership of this program. And that's why this program will have to really serve with this ownership. And I know I'm out of time, but I would like really to seize this opportunity in my closing remarks to extend my gratitude and appreciations to all of you, to really, not now just for today, but since we started the idea until we came to this very important day today. I think you have given us a lot of support and encouragement to really go ahead and do more and more for our beloved really member countries in the region. And I'm sure that we will leave also this beautiful country, Uzbekistan, with all really the passion to serve you more and really to do whatever we can to develop and be strategic partners in your development process. Thank you very much for your listening.
Thank you so much to all the participants and for all the listeners and people listening here. As one participant mentioned, today is a great day. And let's use this for the future, to look into the future. Thank you to ITFC and all your members for their perseverance and hard work. It's a tremendous initiative. And thank you so much to Uzbekistan as well. You have a beautiful city here. I hope to return many times. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.